Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we'll just compare different industrial tagging options. When it comes to industrial tagging, there's generally three different options available that work the best. The first one is stainless steel, as you can see here. This one is etched, and it's 304 stainless steel. And if you look at the different angles, you can see the visibility of it. The other option very close to that is a Lamacoid. Now the Lamacoid looks a bit, in this case here, looks a bit like steel. It's got a very similar effect. It just has a little bit more visibility. And the third option is generally anodized aluminum. Now regardless of which option you go with, they all generally have the same resolution. Where they differentiate themselves is depending on what machine you're going to be welding, riveting, or just sticking them onto. So the first one we're going to take a look at is actually the anodized aluminum. And the reason for that is because the Lamacoid and the stainless steel are pretty similar in certain ways for this video. The nice thing about anodized aluminum is that it's very, very lightweight. It rivets really easy to machines and electrical panels, and the resolution is amazing. But the other bonus that you get from anodized aluminum is the color. Now it doesn't matter what color the anodized aluminum is, it's always an off-white that our industrial CNC laser produces. When it comes to its custom sizes, again, we can produce this in any shape, any size, and any thickness that you want. And we also do a lot of custom productions where, they want some riveting holes in some areas, or they just want like industrial double-sided tape on the back where they just stick on, again, for electrical panels and that kind of stuff. Now the second material we do the most of for industrial applications is stainless steel. The nice thing about stainless steel is that it's incredibly durable, and that's why on anodized aluminum there's an anodizing layer on it to give it durability. Otherwise it'd just be normal aluminum, and that corrodes relatively fast. Now when it comes to stainless steel, I generally like to know the environment we're going to be using it for. And the reason for that is most of our stuff by default is either 316 stainless steel or 304 stainless steel. Now they both corrode. There's just a different sort of area where they corrode in. So let's say we're going to put these things here on an industrial pump that goes in a public pool. Definitely 316 stainless steel, because the 304 after a month or two will start to corrode on you. Now if it's just for something, let's say in a freshwater lake, you're putting this on a tree for a signage application, 304 is totally fine. And you can also augment the durability of the stainless steel quite easily just by adding like a trim clad clear coat over it, or do another kind of industrial coating just over the top of it. And it actually works pretty well. Now the other nice thing about stainless steel is that you can also weld it to your application. So let's say you're a welder and you do a lot of custom furniture, custom metal furniture, or you have industrial machining for mines and that kind of stuff. Well, you don't need to rivet these. You can actually just weld them directly to it. And that's another nice thing about stainless steel. You can also do that with anodized aluminum. We do have customers who just scrape off the anodizing and just weld it to whatever application they're working on, and it works pretty well too. Now the third option we're going to take a look at is a Lamacoid. A Lamacoid is just a really nice way of saying plastic. It's plastic material, and the nice thing about a Lamacoid is it sort of has an endless profile of different colors you can have. In this case here, I chose a Lamacoid that looks a little bit like stainless steel. You'll notice a little bit of a difference, but it's pretty close. Now, you might say, well, this is a lot cheaper and this is more expensive, and that's totally true. But it also depends on volume. If you only have, let's say, one of these things to be made, this will definitely cost cheaper in a Lamacoid than a stainless steel. If you have 100,000 of them to be made, the price is very, very similar. So it depends on the volume that you want and what you're going to be using it for. Now, the nice thing about Lamacoids is that each one can be different profile-wise and completely different spec. And it works really well for some of our customers. And they're incredibly lightweight too. So it's even lighter than anodized aluminum, which is really nice. They actually do rivet to machinery pretty well. But even though they are UV treated and coated and all that kind of stuff, if they're going to be used outdoors, I generally prefer to use steel or wood or something more durable than a Lamacoid. But let's say you got an electrical panel and this goes on the inside of it. Lamacoid is totally fine for that application. We do have some applications where customers actually need 316 stainless steel in their electrical panels because they go on a ship or that kind of stuff. But if just general use labeling, Lamacoids are actually a really nice option. The other nice thing about it is the color. So with anodized aluminum, you have the color. With Lamacoids, you can have pretty much any color profile you want, and that includes the engraving color and the top coat of it. So let's say you wanted this to be red and the engraving to be white. We can do that with Lamacoid. We can't do that with anodized aluminum, and we certainly can't do that with stainless steel. Stainless steel is always dark brown to black, depending on what angle you're looking at it. Lamacoid is, again, just depends on the color profile, but you do have more visibility with this. And the anodized aluminum, you're pretty much stuck with a front coat, which can also be gray, but it's always an off-white. Now, one more thing to keep in mind is we also do a lot of custom metal stencils like this here, for instance. And the nice thing about metal stencils is that you can use, let's say you have a palette and you want to brand the palette with your logo, you can actually use a flame on this and it's not going to melt on you. If you plan on doing any of that kind of stuff or have a high heat or a lot of cold or a lot of temperature variations, you probably want to stay away from Lamacoids. Stainless steel and anodized aluminum are totally fine, and we actually make stencils with either one of them. But if you want to make custom stencils on your stuff, it doesn't have to be a high grade stainless steel like we do for industrial tagging. We can just make them out of just regular steel. In this case here, it's actually, you can see here the steel has just been coated with a clear coat. So if you're looking for custom tagging regardless of the material, contact me at CNCKing.com and we'll make it for you.